wakire na inde omwancho muligeria Getembe TV ase chitariki ibere cy'umutinyiga ugatano ona kabere ne kirongo kwarigania elinde tunyara gusanga ase miroberi yonsi elitukeriga alia Jumatano chitariki ibere tobusa gukumia kero kende azogonyoro maitenge kire wiki ya chakire gonyoro gatare moja na beko bari umuchaka no kwera kero kende tare moja ko bamande eno omwancho muligeria wakire anonsi asombati tukoruchinga kechiga chabona mwambie nyara gusanga na gwetira namba yesti michisemo cha Facebook na boigo YouTube erinde tunyare guska asenchira ere eyobwamo litukeriga ya Jumatano lituko likwate amange kirongo ligire mbrane gende tuko twasobonge imeyoro asorogongoro agusi obokendo obore igoro muno twazero mutinyo lyo kuvuna namagina embra abekire nyumba kirekeno ko ibo omuntu gotebia nga onyoko menyetaye bweka gusego kurara bweka gocho kunanza mwa kumena kwani amachaita kaborire ningi kiaba kumbe ense kendete sana igo erende chinga kichiga kira soka ko begete changa chindi tokigima nonye koroche ngumugaso nororo tara ene sweta fono igo ndete yora ko boli tara ne chi jacket na boigo nonye chi umbrella kwara aligere kire kende sibya na be koro kinga embrengo twera ase elitko olialero igo karibu sana erinde tunyare gusanga na litko lero ntaracha gochaka ya sensemo yekionga nigo okoigwa kiro monta goteranga Kenya ito twasabira omorembe buna bono goterangore kwa rurembe aiga ko tebana ETWANI yabugire aba Kenya twasabira omorembe obomo na boigo ugo kubwatera naste kiregento lakini kwe bolinga aba bonsi bagusaba omorembe njira ki ayogotema gwetuma goikirania ingane yiga sekoreta omorembo yiga kiagira tokoboko oti abantuna inchwamo bwaterana koraiga kwana nelio gerimo yet ayo monyene ogotokanga okungusera kobwa abandi kubako genda gochimocha no ore gochi chinseme chiabo songo ore gosengo chiarari yatokanga nayo ore omuntu uri kumusama gochimakega kirenga lakini ekero gosoka se arabuga gwatega bantona tobwaterane tokoromborembe tokorega naiga kwanyora kero kinda no murai te yabantona omete gasiga mubonete gukora asuku bwaterana mubonete gukora bune group bune teamwork yani mukore teamwork lakini kwanyora ero manyene timu akiteyo igomwancho muri kira gote yabantu nga inchwamo urabone amate mwanya gitinge umugusito kwandirerio gerimo aye ngote muri kubwatia abantu bande gukwana nerio gerimo gose onye muri kwigwana nchera nero kurigereri wate bana amaeno yegeno egenta kwanire gose egenta gukora ngomeki keresense nonye ikyo ega ngomeki keresense at least mwekera na mokwanira asigite gukora ngote muri korenga yatoka nga ikirase ayo uri kivyako aye ukungusirare kongosera anyway nchenkuru kwa MATILDAH OBAIGWA ailinde inkemundo na aikirongo chaka umurobirega bwetwani gongo chaka nense emo yekionga cross studio akabere nere Mike Wills abakubwaterana na Jasper umancho muligire na ikirongo chaka Hitkoregoro nigobono umugavana we county ya Kisii omuskepole Simbarati anyarite gutarira echiro ya Marigiti magega yechire yoko ya koera oika obotuko kera lituko lya Jumapili ekirabono abonchoreri abo banyarete konyora asara enene kurende omugavana nigo anyarite kuri ira yoko ne kyabunango cyari kubwaterana nabo igona baraye ebande kurase serikali ye county ile konekya una obwagachi bochire yo banyare kwangoiwa nabo igo bonsi bari banyarite kubwaterana wa asenseme yo banyare konyora ogosira omo reketo ankodepo nasanya na anyarite gutwariganira oro asenchira ire iyo bwikirano
EACC. Nataka nishukuru shirika la EACC. Jaji alipopeana uamuzi wake, EACC imeappeal that case to the High Court or Court of Appeal. Kwa hivyo kesi iko kotini. Hapa wananchi wataendelea kuuza bidhaa zao. Na sioni kwamba kuna mtu, kwa sababu tuko na historia. Kama sivyo, hawa watu tutakubaliana nao mwisho kwamba tafadhali ondoka. Ambao walisikia hapa wanataka kwenda kuzunguka ndio wapewe kazi ya kuja kuchukua hii shamba. Wacha niseme hivi. As long as I'm the governor of Kisii, I can assure you, you will not put your foot here. Mchezo, you'll take that job too far from Kisii. Kuna ushenzi mwingi ambao hatuwezi kubali. Hapa mama ndiye anauza mboga, anauza maharagwe, anauza nini, apelekee watoto shule. Maisha imekuwa ngumu. The economy is bad. And another joker, and nataka niseme hivi, hawa vijana wetu ambao ni chokorazi. Najua nyinyi marafiki zangu, lakini nimekasirika kwa sababu naambiwa wengine ndio walitumika hapa. Hii shamba ni ya umma mpaka mahakama itakapoamua kingine. Tutatengeneza hizo vipanda, wale viongozi, kila mtu ambaye anafanya biashara, usilipe mtu yoyote shilingi. County peke yake ndio itakuja itoe ushuru yake. Hakuna uwezi lipa county tena ulipe mtu mwingine eti hakuna shamba hapa. Mimi niko tayari tuongee na wao, nihakikishe kwamba nimetafuta pesa, nimejenga hili soko. Na nitaomba kwamba mahakama yetu ionee huruma hawa kina mama watakapotoa uamuzi wao kwamba kina mama waendelee kufanya biashara. Kwa hivyo nimeamua, nilisema kwamba mchanga iletwe. Tumenunua hii mchanga imwewe hapa port, umesema 2,000. Kwa hivyo 1,700 mtatoa hizo miti. Hizo miti zilikuwa zimekuja 500, nimesema kwamba zitaongezwa another 1,500. Mabati 1,000 nimesema nitatoa.
Na gosika busio nigo bono ekiombe egia Public Service Board kurase county ya Nyamira bono kirachi kobekwamo ase oboya inse yoburai ibo mugavana omoske Amos Enyaribo na ase ekiombe ekyo nigo bono abarai bari banyare ko tema gotuma amasakarabo gochia kwerigeria emiremo ase ensemo kose ase Public Service Board bono bare bakurige kirogo buna bono ekiobonya kirogo nabo igo bari abarachi koba ababwatani gose members ime ye body yo egati ya bali banyare kwerikia ngamo na abantu 15 na batatu abo bakurigia obunyakirogo ase Public Service Board nabo igo emirongo kianda anoyo mo abo bakurigia koba ababwatani gose members ase ekiombe ekyo.
We'll sit down, look at this, and follow your recommendations. We are not going to bring new expertise again to look at the people because it's you who looked at the candidates and did the recommendations. I believe it's a cardinal principle, it's regional balance, and you chose the best. This is a team which is going to employ. This is a team which is going to develop human resource. This is a team which is going to final body in matters of discipline. So they are expected to be above par. We have had previously, I've been here from 2013, we had previously cases of money changing hands. We have had cases of doctors being employed who cannot even treat people. We have had people who are employed apart from fake certificates, which of course the body cannot know. But in the future, we may want, before we confirm somebody, all those should be confirmed. And we have had cases of total incompetence. Total incompetence meaning somebody must have recommended a relative or a friend or for whatever reason and left out very good candidates who can be able to serve, would have been able to serve the county better. And the way forward is that we want to strengthen the departments by adding more professionals and fewer support staff. Thank you for the assignment I gave you. Thank you for accepting it, and thank you for completing it. So, going forward, let's work together. You are still part of the family, so whenever you are called, please respond. Thank you so much. Thank you. Asante sana.
Mwancho murigirira gutigana na roboti orokurase county ya Nyamira niko bono abanyanyimbo kurwa ase county ya Kisii bali bagokora obutuki gusikura se kiombe gya DCI bono bachakire obutuki kobwatikana anege korore kemo ekero bono umusaya oyomo anyarete kwirusia guse akagire kwirusia obumoyo ase ogwesungia ime yenyomba yaye ayigani gakorekana ensemo ya iteresi kutoka ime ye ward ya Kitutu Central Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii ekero bono ya mate yae nyagusire yanyarete kwerera buna nigo arorekanire gose abiriga kororokana gutwara emechando kurinde atari gusanga nabandi umurikito Daniel Ontiri na roboti rwa Senchira iri yobwikirano
abamenyi bekenyero ya iteresi gutoka stage mewa ime ya Kitutu Central ase bonge ya Kitutu Chache South county ya Kisii nigo mapema lero baboka no moichano ase musae jaredoresi atokaga kwete ase nyumba yaye ase yakagero buna nigo eita ase gwesungia korengana na kirori nyagusira niko konye agokore miremo boe wekabo litukuri igoro chinga kyabo letie igoro yengori ne chisiringi 50 na kururio akabasiriria wekabuna achogotokaga kwete
mwana uyu mwana ari gokore gasi igoro nabatu ajete chinsa cha mambi tugaika agakola lanchi agante imwe deposit ye gasi ari gonkorera njenda tewa nyogento kyari ngo kyamugecheti ni igoro akaenda ikapara akakonyentara mwachi besaga ntei ngainda nyolengo lili ya makongi nkamutei eduka nere paro kuruku Samson metobunero bwate tugakora ne serie igoro igo bono mambina abo kaguchia sana abo kikiombe na ikire mwane ndorendo si breakfast ali mugine gitago ntengo mururi okorosiriga asigoro ukuri
korengana na mamo mwabo nyagusira nigata buna nyagusira obere kagwetera emechando au igatia bokunganya kumurugio ye no mwana ekore ya koregete amatuko amanga etire ase no nyine bo atare kororekana uyoringe nebirengererio
igonacha nja kumurigia achikunywe cha na aretira mabera torosie cha etunyu nacha nanyora taiyari moyo nyanga nabe kama bera nyomba ne bintu nagurire toriere nacha paka kero nacha kuchikurigere natuo murango nsina natuo moyuka kuchikurigere na romonto bwesungete
asense mwende segeto nigo yarwegwa asabasa igoro yechinchira buna baletange kurwase bikore binga bunebi
nekero gwate kerengera bwentote yo muntu rochoro musanyu nabago kosangisia kerenge nyorokie nkoro yeiranirense gusekerengiriranirence lakini ekero gukire lime yao nabokonyora giachire kiabeire gekongo gusigia kurire unabona igama kweli
nichinga kicho mubero nyegosira urozi wa senseme yo nabanyimbo banyancho wikasi nkindu imiyo muchibo songo
gatoraje gukwanira abasaye chikanisa nchira chirangange etoraje gosaba banyare goswa chikanisa egere ojore kanisa bindu mune nabika mbiriko muikera
nkurubadire gataseni kya Getembe litere nenguruko Daniel Ontiri
ase omoyega onyarete gukorekana litukore igoro nekero bono barigetie chinchira cyo aborokiwa bari ase echisukuru omwancho mbarigere orobotioro no morikito Paul Cup Okara
bune nchire ye moyo gutinye bunyamasi gati abana nabo igo ni bitambukiro byo kuribariibya oburere bwa measles samo na bure bwa typhoid obwanene bokobeke gosekanene go cyasabana igo serikali yachakira mu ruburi bwo kunyarako bage ko chanja abana anene igoro y'uburere ubuiga bunenchire ya moyo kubotanga
our workers to come to our schools to vaccinate the children. I'm happy to see you.
Asumusangirikano jiga obaletamo abamanyi kurwase esekta y'obocheno abalimu erumbe eryekotinya obulendi abarayi kurwase chikanisa gati abarayi bande unenjira yemo yokunyarako baba kubeka mangana yiga gochiase abananchi
Otwabwate abantu baitu kurwase chikanisa chitu different denominations ntwabwate abagambe baitu ntwabwate ngao mu DCC na team yae ntwabwate abalimu aba ICD na bazone tobare director cha TSC na education bonse yekoroki ng'abantu abonse pi no bare aso okorwania ngaki eyo twasabire mumanye kumanya ng'a agenda togokora to immunizations asa abana baitu egere batware obunyamasi ase amatuka amaega koranga amang'ana ya measles omwana oyomo niga kobwata bwambukeria abana abange especially ng'a chisukuru na CCD asa abana bara abange ne chikanisa nage kogera serikali yarore ng'a ase eng'encho yokoirana ense kwa immunization ya asa abana aba torere ng'a vaccine yeche gokonya abana igo togosaba ng'a abanto baitu amang'ana aria twankora iguru maega ng'a vaccine neyogocha korwaria abana neyakora ebinto binde totige egere tonyara koreta abana baitu ase bakoegwa egere baegu vaccine eye enyara kogonia abana baitu
kulingana na Geoffrey Nyoro mu sub county MOH kurase sub county ya Masaba South nigagendere koba gakwerera iguru y'ibimanyiririo andakibiburira obuiga bwa measles ase bigagendere koba gakurukudo gutindi gochiasa ababuli baria batari kunyara koba kubwatia amachika yo bakoewa
abana aba mono bako targeted mbari batararose obunyamasi aso obugima bwabo iga karonyora ng'a kero mwana akanyora onyore measles karomoke nabo okonyora abande bagosira ng'aki ekorokia omonto omwana nabwate ng'a measles egento ekemo nkeri tokora ng'a nabo okonyora abwate riberera abwate chirash omobere igo bono ebinto nabo tokonyara kobimanyererio aye ng'a omoibori nabo rabe tomanya ng'a measles gose na oborere bonde bwamorire igo mbuya kwamorete nyagitari nache lakini bono egento kere ng'a onye iso gotoka measles yabwate iyore virus etari kogwena ng'aki ogokora omokonye egento ekane nokoegwa vaccine egere enyare komorinda obunyamasi atware igo naki kogera mono tokeire ng'a baegwa obunyama egere barosia obunyamasi ase abana abaitu bari barabake especially na bari bakwenda chisukuru ase typhoid
igo korengana mo na nyabuta atebina ababwatanya bagamba chikunyara kwa bako bakonya abananchi kunyara kwa bagosokia abana iri kunyara kwa bako egwe janjo gendo kirakonya kulibali biborero obuiga ase serikali yachakire kampeni yo gukora uburiro obuiga bwa measles amuna typhoid
seng'encha aba barororo nabo bakonyara koreta information ase community egere bachire community nabo babwate abantu ase chisukuru chinka ne chikanisa egere baletire information ye nari ekoroki ng'a gento genkeri kiabokora ne gento kero open nande gekorekana ase kero omonto
gingo report rigetasini kia wanjete kia Getembe korega ime county ya Nyamira inchi gonguru kwa Polycarp okara
waziri w'ekitemi omusike Julius Amegosi ogamba nigori tukorigoro anyarete kubatoka amachivu yaborokiwa bari banyarete gukora ikirasi ke 12 ase omwaka o 2024 ekirobono banyarete gwechorera chi university ao nabo igochi college na chisukuru chobobundi aiga ase ense ya Kenya wetira ase ekiombekiri gya Kenya University and Colleges as Central Placement Services gose KUSSIPS mwancho murigirira roboti robuna rokubwatia.
Of the 244,563 students who qualified for degree programs in 2024, 201,695, which is 83%, applied for placement to various levels. I encourage those who have not applied to do so and apply for programs in our universities, including the Open University and our tertiary institutions whose intake is continuous. For example, you would apply to KMTC, whose intake comes this September and it is ongoing. They may also consider TVET programs when KUPS opens the next continuous TVET intake. With regard to placement, KUPS has placed a total of 310,502 students to various programs in universities and colleges. This number consists of 2024 KCSE cohorts and applicants from other KCSE years. Of the 244,563 candidates who scored C+ and above in 2024, 194,372, which is 80%, have been placed to programs at various levels. The government has made great strides in the teacher education programs. Following the recommendations by the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform, the government revised the minimum entry requirements for primary teacher education training programs. This has driven up enrollment in all the 33 primary teacher training colleges in the country. This year, KUPS received applications from 20,786 individuals seeking to join diploma in teacher education programs against a capacity of 13,823. A total of 11,636 applicants secured placement, out of whom 10,800 have already been placed in diploma in primary teacher education programs with a capacity of 11,088. A further 836 have been placed in diploma in secondary teacher education with a capacity of 2,735. Another positive development in this year's placement is the introduction of the Kenya School of Law Diploma in Law in the KUPS placement portal with a capacity of 500. The program receives an overwhelming interest and all slots were actually filled. As I've already stated, ladies and gentlemen, the first phase of this year's placement processes targeted to recruit students for KMTC and TVET March and May intakes. In this process, a total of 93,207 applicants were placed in government TVET institutions. Many of these students have already reported for studies for the March and May intake, while the rest will be admitted for the September intake.
Mwancho muligiria na sentunda ya kabiri nigo aborokiwa kurwa ase kaunti ya Nyamira bali bakwenyorera ebasari kurwa ase serikali negose emanyakanite buna presidential basari banyarete ko yenyora ase entunda yende bagokwana wasomo yego yonyarete kurawa no yore omusabu county Kisemi ase sub county ya Nyamira South manyakanite buna Billy Adela ni gobono anyarete ko rabuna obuyambura roro wekonyara ebasari yiga anemuno gocha ase aborokiwa bonsi bali abangaine korende bakoro ase tinka chitari kwenyara nabo igo hegati ya barayi bande naonye naborokiwa bombanyarete gusanga obo ebirengerero byabo igoro ye basari yo buna umuriki tofati gadi Gisemba abutumanya
aborokiwa abo barinze yo muruberio gwokanyora obokonyi o presidential pasari korwase bunge ya West Mugirango ase ntunda yende nigorero baiwa epasari eyeiga bana enjira eyemo yokubasira aborokiwa baiga anene bare abangaini
abana baiga anene nigo bale quite finally abande nekintakana bi abande nekisingle parents abande nabo bakorwase emechi ere quite needy umuradi yoyoga utinyire abayibuli abayiga amaliga
umuroberio oyoiga nigo utanganwa no mo bisabwa abana ase sub county ya Nyamira South Billy Adela oyo oteba buna ukubwatukwa ukoiga kwechipasari nigo ere entunda ya kabere asumwako oyo abwase umwaka bwechibesa bono oetire wechirububere na 24 chirububere na 25 ishiringi wetania emilioni ya yemo chatumekire asaborokiwa ba West Mugirango.
Hii ni disbursement ya pili. Tulikuwa tusha disburse ya kwanza ambayo ilikuwa ni about 600,000. Leo hii tumedistribute 424,000. So kama West Mugirango mwaka wa serikali wa 2024-2025 tumeweza kudisburse 1.1 million. Imeenda kwa wanafunzi 42.
Umuroberio oyoiga nigo anenu gusirwa no mubunge o West Mugirango Moske Stephen Mugaka aboigo umuwakilishi bwabangina umuske Jerusha Mumanyi ase bunge enene nigo umunyakirugo gw'ekipasari ase Rita Enrique Mori aba omoyo aborikwa baiga na gukwanira emeroberio umubunge Stephen Mugaka abegete bosyo yo gusira Kisemi anene asabana baiga
constituency to yonsi abana bagosoma bali bago apply kubwa mono bali batobati abayibuli na batari kwenyara banyore pasali keroyo ibaso mwako era bonsi kujutwa kolete bonsi banyora na buchutwe na batware sabunga bonsi banyore abana baito basome batigara maiga inde constituency twari burabu ndagendere mutu
iroko mwaka weta iga abana baeta 13 omubiso ito bwa abana akagenda ase Steve Mugaka akamurera Steve akabugori abana bali akabakora abaye abana bali bono go mutinyo kyanda buna bakogende university Steve nande nko baruwera ari kibezo ko CDF
kurwase gati yabaibori abo abana babo bakonyeka ekipasari ekiga nigo barurekana gotogia eserikali asemeremo emiya egenderete gokora
moja corona iwe pasa na bana kuzi beti skulu wao mchomo gokono manene no linga serikali yetu ya tokonyi.
Mapato yetu ni kidogo. Upande mwingine unapata watoto wengine hawana wazazi wote, inakuwa ni kazi ngumu, lakini tunashukuru serikali yetu kwa sababu upande huu imetuangalia, hata sisi tumejisikia kuwa Wakenya.
Chingaki echecho aborokiwa abo bakonyekana barabwo mbare na yaiga
Gamucham kutoka shule ya upili ya Nyamira. Leo tumefurahi, tumepewa basari, tumefurahi sana. Sasa hii zitatusaidia hizi pesa tukae shuleni tusome, tutie bidii.
Kwa majina ni Shaden Kerubo kutoka shule ya Kadika Girls High School. Hii basari itanisaidia ili niweze kukaa shuleni nisifukuzwe kila mara, ili niweze kuwa intact na wengine.
Hingo reporter Getembe kurase bunge eyeiga ya West Mugirango eyegotoka emeye county ya Nyamira Mchefatikad Kisemba
na koro ase bunge nene niko bono litukore goro abajumbe wetani achimisa tubanyarete gwakira omuswada bokonekia una chibesa chike gancha kerekia NGCDF na boigo ekigancha kia ngaf ekyokere ekiaba owakilishi baba subati na ekigancha kia Senate Oversight Fund bono niko kirache kubekwa ase ikatiba ya Kenya ayaiga niko achire magega ya abagavana ekosigati ya abagavana na boigo abarai okoba bakugikiria ekigancha ekyokia NGCDF asema tukamange kyokia berike gotenenerwa na abajumbe koro asichi constituency ime yense ya Kenya.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, be now read a third time, and I also request the Honorable George Murugara to second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to second.
Members on their feet, take the nearest seats. Honorable members, Kipepeo, take your seat. Honorable Osoro, freeze them. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, be now read a third time. Yes. So you hold, I'm told the clock is still ticking. I already put the question. Kajwang. Order, Elisha, you are an assisted voter, then that does not include chatting away and laughing. You just queue here and wait to vote. Ready? Continue voting, those who have their gadgets working. The results of the division are as follows. Number of members present and voting is 295. 295. Electronic voters 283. Assisted voters 12. Virtual voters 3, total 298. So the results of the division is as follows: ayes 298, nays 0, abstentions 0. So the ayes have it.
Mwancho muligereria asenseme yo no togukorera ekiunga korinde iri tukerigaria Jumatano ritiko turachie kurigereria ensemo iri iyobo chenu mwancho muligereria niko turachie gukwanira obuya obukoena na chanjo gose vaccination gochase abana abakenonya abantu abanene ngonyora bale vaccines gose chanjo lakini ase amaroire egete korinde ne kirongo kunyoria buna ekero abana barabake egati yichi chanjo njiroro batabona eti komisi gose chanjo neroro igutanga amaroire gete umwana omoke atabona eti komocha lakini kogerekero ase kero gotebuna kero umwana gose umwana koibora tige bori rasenja kitari na ryo kunyara gochikwa gose kero umuntu atakire estabari yo gocha kogongia gose buno umuntu agochaka kubanga buna nache konyora umwana nigo abasubati bakuborirwa batarira she clinic eryo konyora konyora obosemi na boyo kumanya na kyo mwana wo aranyare korendo eryo umubero yeke osekero umwana oyo iga konyagokina kwanyora na wate immunity eri eganerie erinde koene kyabuna nkonyarare kurwania wasumo bero engonyara uri kurwania egati ya moroire asi abana ebingorere ntobwate buna bono vaccine eri ya intangani eri ya BCG umonche murire ntoti ukwanira chonsi BCG eri konyora ngakira umuntu nabwate alama gete igasoko boko omwana kwabetetu sendiriri tukoririo kuibirwa matukali atatu gusama tukali amatangani kigimakira umwana ale omoke lakini konyora abana mbali bakuiborero gose nase chinka abana boiborero nonye ase chi street abantu batwara ignorance elina tari lazima vaccine neringia sana gutangasta abana kurwase bunabono oburire bwa tuberculosis omoncho muligire egati yechi vaccine chiri okonyora achiganerie ase omubire bw'umwana omoke ekiro rero tocho kuri bunabono kurwase county ya Nyamira kiro chembaligeti omubire bw'okwanekia abana bake bonsi nonye bari asichikanisa chiskuru nkwenyorera bare echanjo gete buna bone yo ya miso somwancho morigeria ono atokanga oburere mbororo buno bwa polio oburere bwiga bwa misos bwabere bokoleta omochano tubwate tetanus okubona tetanus ne mbesta na especially kero kwanyoro omuntu ngonyorere injury kose egento kyawakire kyakubutoire osina somubire kwanyara ngomuntu tari kubwena kwanyora amautanda koira ege ka sana nerabia moncho morio kwanyora chanjo yega ose vaccine yega ya tetanus na sense moyende ndoche oborere mboro bono influenza ndobwate pneumococcal disease na boigo echinde echinyinge hepatitis B na boigo na marwira ande mange lakini muna polio no manyete buna ngokoro kwanyora mwana kiro kinda bwati umuchando libuburire bukuru kwa poliomyelitis okanyora magoro nika gochia venjira egete ekiro mwana tanyoreti chanjo yiga ikonere bia abana bonsi banyare kwenyorera chanjo lakini asa abantu abanene ndotinga ngokwanereri egaiga ose egati echinde chiri omuntu abonete konyora chanjo ntobwata bona ya chicken pox na boigo ntobwate diphtheria gose whooping cough na boigo hepatitis A ni chinde echinyinge tutigana choke vaccine ya COVID-19 noere gaiga egati achiri abantu bakonyora lakini rende eri ya COVID-19 onyo muntu monene eke okubekira aliga ndio onyo kwanyorete vaccine ultimate experience ki gwatwarite lakini asensemo yane tiyarenge rahisi igo iso utoka ngani umwana anyore vaccine ya COVID-19 kerokende nabo rio katomanyenga ndozi kiri tari gochita achikuingira umuntu anyway nerebia kwenyorera chanjo yeiga gose chanjo echiga onye ayego chibwata so mubiro na ndechikenda teko konya elekinga abana bonsi umwana onde bonsi uri omanyete kwara rigerere na kimwana oyiga nkoendare onyora chisindani nga umwana ngo ire sindani umwana okore metinista esindani yakwerukero kena turi kumanya sindani kechiga kwara boli nonye abateresa usumunyagitari na ke sindani ene yakina ndenkiye gokonya elinde kwanyara gusteketa abantu bande abana babo banyora chanjo elio kinya obonyamasi buraso muberekero buririgete bogocha kwanyora umubere eno ibangete na benge ukwe bange kiroko genda ase kwa twari byo mabiri orochenga anabo biko gokonya ekiro ababegu bago chose kiro broiro bwiga boso aso mubiri kwa muntu no bwate chinguru chio korwania obroiro bwiga bwikirano asense mwende naruche vaccine yende yoko tango broiro bwa HIV lakini yo onegendrete ninganegendrete kurigererwa igotingo chaka kubalemya bono nga sindani nero rego tango broiro bwa HIV lakini ase bono karacheza wote unacheza chini iko mancho murigeria ndore egatia bari banyare gusanga nainche gochaiga as studio ane mono chinse mo chia Facebook ekirondo chenga mashabiki nigo babugete mapema kigima buna oyiga eli mwacha Olivia goteba good morning to you and yakoroka Reels Junior Mokaya Bende awateba kuranyaisa ugichora niko ndani mpia mono sana Victor Mondo mienda kurochinse mocha Kilimani awateba pamoja hadi tamati awateba na wareme na baba Anthony Ragori Rispa Waro Omoigwa baba Kinami Fred Mosima Boniface Mokambe Penikila Suzy Diruma White Kefa Atuya Usababu Kirwanda Salome Onyoni Joshua Mbuya Tirimba Vini Sanganye ndote ni timu enene sana ere ase omorobere ko ponsi babo Fredo Seko umwana zilizopendwa atambo sikirana na bandi abange Frederico Gembo na Christopher Atandi awatabukuroborangi kinyambino murugyo yabuna botambe Lydia Kirwa bana Sheila Matiangi Moranga Mikae awatabotatu mwabo mongina yani mamu mwabo mongina na boigo tatu mwabo Moranga na mashabiki onsi Getembe TV good morning Teresa Kemdagonte wakire Matilda kurwa Karatina amo karibu sana ndembia mono Tirisa Omboka Tirisa nigawote bana watching live kurwa chinse mocha Mathare North mbia mono sana Dominico Irere good morning kurwa banyakera bomokora omonene otubokire buya good ogote bona ki onyo kwabokire kore buya high five gosenga thumbs up wate ubekege tole timide tole gosenege tole bekege dole gabonyo kwabokire na bogoso like na bokubike like yago lakini onyo koroche no bwate biara nyale go type lika ujumbe yago chabo na bogo tag babere batatu no nyinche na bogo tag chinse mo cha Facebook nyara na Matilda Kemi na bogo tag gabo asi omurobire ko musori bwege susukurwa na Kuru City Salams Club no ale me yomurobire na bana basi latemo kekonge kurwa out good morning Matilda good morning to you kurwa dawa Qatar wikasteito nyama CV watching live Mbiamona sana omoigwa baba Kinami agoteba ko na Erena mama watoto Faith wako tionde ina akubole wapi kina Salome Onyoni musori bwege susu Victor Mienda Lydia Nyaboke Kerry Esther Jared Ouru Sheila Kemto mwana Lini Mukogoti niti mkubwa tingo jara osoma malieta onsi igonya kwa bere tagged chinga kichiga chabona mami na henya aragoswa imeyo murobere I think oiga omakanite omoigo baba Kinami na basoete na mwenene sana atagite abantu getana 100 mbuya mono sana na embusurengia ereni gatanga na kigima na ndenero gototebya kurwa bonchari bomwancha nigo ari ime yomurobere igo obumwensi bari muri ime yomurobere buna nara igo hote tigara maiga Alex Mauti akoza kurwa Marokisi County no ndime yomurobere amona David Mauti nyakoeba mbuya mono sana igo mwensi kendera kurika ujumbe cheno ikiagira anchiganire nande okuboria kwane utase muri mwensi abana baino mbanyorete chanjo eriega neiri mwana ugo nabate chanjo buneri kotwakairwo kwa gakobiru mwatebuna polio ngwena nwe karase gete gusene school gete gusene kanisa gete bagwetire ro bakemechi kwanya oranga polio ngwena nwere kero kinde turi coach kwa bawo ya watebana teanganyira undinde umwana uyimoire asenje gitari ende yonse dispensary range naye ilinda bana banyara kwenyorera chanjo echo chonsi ndalio kwane kiuna kero mwana wa ukina toko ngumwana ni gacha kobe weakling o sickling kwanya mwana ni garwariterioka aromoyenga yengu urire bogo chake igo kwanya mwana orarirense igo nere bya bana bonsi banyare kwenyorera chanjo eyo eganeri tukoria rero ndoche ko bato kwanire bono burire wa polio no nyento kwanira rero ntubato burire wa polio measles oburire obwa TB nabo igo chinde chinye amurirande amange narauchareta umuchando kigima igona buko manyanga kiro kinde ayenkorore nonye chi campaign inko bachiraroro abantu ngwakira bari ekuko engane yiga yokwena na chanjo. Pastor Henry Ayora agotebana good morning kora chinse mocha bugita agoteba asubuhi njema kwa manager Osman Mbuya, Geoffrey Mogaka, Madam Alice Masea, Madam Vic Ragori, Edith Nyasita, Lydia Moi na walimu wote wa Gileo. Biamu sana. Wilfred, kura chinse mocha wonchari. Agoteba, good morning kemuntu. Agoteba nga sasa Dr. Fred Matiang'i alisema yeye ana party, nataka party ya nani? Aseme, siaseme tumulachiriki na tarate banjubili nigatebe tubuna kwa kibeka iyo abate bitenga aseboniga taranyara gutwara uamuzi inki amaki agochi gotumeka igo ndando che ujumbe ndego tabunga anyway niga usange birengere bya igoro ya chinkwana cha Moske Dr. Fred Matiang'i litukore igoro ekero alinga sigita sine kama imense ya Kenya gusanga igoro yeganga yayo guchukuriga ekero kyobra ewense korene litukeri gali rero ligoturache kubeke birengere bito byonse asensemo eri iyobo cheno lekonekia abana bonsi bakuiborwa aserugungura gusi etugero bwato mwana usitobwati mwana abo iwe jirani abo ibo montonde bonsi uliokora nonye ubukatarati bu Busongo ne aba Nairobi chitaoni abana mbara konyora abake bakoiboro kero kende ngina konyora tali condition ya eteri buya umwana wega ni gawo kinigwa atari konyora chanje gana kituranya ale kwene kyobuna abana baiga banyari goikerwa lakini mbare bakogenda sechi school bagenda chikanisa kwa bombera mbare chinse mochonsi ndiki abana baiga baranyara kwewa chanje yiga nande ningi igekogera chanje yiga iganiri ase umubire ukira omonto ogukina mwancho murire asike kekere busyo tosoe ase chigazeti kirongo kubolia tobasa guska.
Salvakia ni nyagitari ya kerero asumu chubusungu ensema ya mwembe mbarbare nigekomu SDA asepare kurobusungu guche Kilgoris nigekurwa obugwenia asenchira ya kerero asugutumia chimashin chikerero abwasibu atabanyagitari babwate obumanyi bwigoromono mbabwate inpatient gosechi ward na boigo outpatient abasaba roire bakubwenigwa na koira na gochiankam mbabwate maternity ya kerero yubwate chimashin chikerero laboratory yekerero gose ase okorengwa kwibirengo bigoro ekerengo kyobo chenu nigo kirigoro asinya gitari ekobwanya gitari ndionsi asorgongoro iga boigombo bwate ensemo yokomana gose modern theater ensemo yukoringoria nobuwenia bwa maisa gose optical department abwase bwate boigo eduka yibirore ase ebigori byonsi etani abu mbwate boigo ensemo ya maino gose dental section yebwate chimoshen ichekerero yobwate boigo pharmacy gose duka ya mariogo yebwate ama riogo onsipi aliuraganirigwe goetania onsi liguririabo nelianse pi ngwanchira bale umurobelio osha gose bwate umurobelio osha na boigo nkurike bale umurobelio osha otarigwakanira kende gyonsi asamange ba kresimia se namba 0799747414 Salvakia Hospital afeyao nomogoko ito inchuo bono. Stemo Nugabas ninya gitari ekukurwaria asechinchira chekero kurwa chinse chamaika nigo bakurwa obubwenia bwabene asekera omoroire abo asekera bakurwaria with a lot of privacy okubwenigwa ayebweka asibitende byabo bibwate obubwenia bwabene mbari gutomeka ntetere gustarko beto sindane yira kubekere chemical ndiyonse asomobere igwa nigo bakubwenia amarwire buna bono egetekyo mugongo nabo igo kwirania amaugabya abanyagitari babo nigo babwate obumanyi bwebirengo by'ekinse ekya Michael ekero bakorwa obubwenye bwabo nigo bakora n'ubwanchani obunene n'amaguri yabo nigo ale ayanse mono kigima bagutoka ase nyumba ya Umoja Complex third floor eyo yarenge Family Bank enkuru eyo ere angene Cooperative Bank asamange bakera simyase namba 0741 903162 0758066164
Inche asamarieta ngoroku Agnes Mora omonyagitari omonene ostemo nuga best nkoira libageri mwensi abagusi kubaligania ase stemo nuga best aiga stemo nuga best etokobwenia ase gotumia chi machine chekerero igo bali mwensi mwachandikira asama rwaire ao twabaliganiri tobae obobwenia bwekerero inchu mwensi togokera obobweni bwaito aiga stemo nuga best biamon
ajirire gocha stemo nuga best abo ase uranyore obokoreri bwigoromono. Gotera chinko chinkureta elioki waitiro ne chingake gutumeka chinko chinyinga asumuriro omusinine boygo byaitiro ne chingake bono alpha rice brackets na lyuri chiburiao ase okorosia endagera na boygo gwata asibigori byonsi ni chiamate chonsi alpha rice na makara ao nigo arosirie ne teknolojia yekerero tabuatirioki no nyenerika agutumeka kemono nende akoira egekakuya umuriro ene kebemberi digo liriae neligiya amakaraega nigo agokeania kuna chokwemete yaito gose deforestation boigo obuyabono nobo ogokeania gokonyora kwendwali ya kansa alpha rice brackets na bogutumeka ase chioteri chinyakitari chinka chiskuru na boigo nabugusamba inyama tutarere asumu chibusungu na bugutwakere isimi ase namba 0111502030 alpha rice brackets naye twanchete.
Eduka yobomo ya Uhuru Superstores Limited nero eduka echolide iri kubwatuka chirangi cha Crown Paints eyure company nambe yemo eyo korose chirangi meyenseyiga ya Kenya. Crown Paints nigo emanyira sokoro isya ebintu biriya bikomanya seyeka ngo kwanira chirangi echo boygo chire chechi brand ao echo chire chingi ya kerage chirangi chiga nigo chire chibirengo ao punabono mbabwata chirangi cyo gwakwa imeye nyumba iziko ye nyumba chire chikomenteranibwa amavuta yani oil na boygo chiriya chia mache inyoranga chirangi chiga nigo chiri korwase chire chiri guririke iriya gatigati wekariguri lyabantabati boygo imeya Uhuru Superstores nero eduka yuka iyo bwate emixer iyo gwochoganya chirangi wekabunuraganie gwochoganire erangi yiga aseduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores na bokwege namuna ekale aho watagete nigo kwayanyora bwikirano tutarire rero elibwe nyorere abamanyi aboigo enekenga enyumba yao use asomanyete use chire chibiasara nchibwa tokorekana okuya na ayonsi nigo araikirane ekero utumikite chirangi cha Crown Paints eduke yiga ya Uhuru Superstores yego toka se enyumba ya Uhuru Complex imeyumucho yigo musongo eywerangene duka ya Safaricom mwigo ngotuka bari ase nyumba ya JM Towers eyure angene bengi ya Credit Bank asamange bakere simbwetera seti namba chabo 0111161500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani. bagusie bono na bukwegokia asogo sonja ETV ya uwanje tia Getembe Television Network wetera Zuku Satellite Channel number 038 egoki nimirulu ao ya Getembe Television Network ayene amatiao kuri miensi ya Kenya, ili ya Tanzania, Uganda, Malawi, wikanonya Zambia. Egulere edekoda ya Zuku chinga kichiga chemereka je Christmas ama no guchingira ku mwaka muya ili wegoki nimirulu yitu ao inyoranga nigo okonyora a channel ya Getembe wetera ase Zuku Satellite Channel number 038 Getembe Television Network ekeonga kia mamogusi. Subscribe ase channel ya Getembe TV rero ili wimanyibu na mangana watika kira chingake ase channel ya YouTube ya Getembe TV nigo toko kora live streaming ya mangana maya chi video ne bipindi bya Getembe ao ngakiende yonse inyoranga ngwetera ase official channel ya Getembe TV. Subscribe, comment ase chi video chito boigo share na basani amune amate ejo baigokie baimanye na wesemia tobase kweba turn on a notification bell yani ekengere edio onyariko bagoko yanyora chingaki abikiri ase omtandao Getembe Television Network ekenakyo ekeonga kia mamogusie.
OBAIGWA Kali Center neduka egokoneria ebitamba byokorosia chisovaset ebirugo bye chisovaset bagomba bwate chikapet chisanduki cy'abana bagucira eskuru na boigo echo kubekera chianga nigo babwate emeito yebirengo ao kurwa eri abana bagucira eskuru amarangeti ebitamba byokwara na kurarira babwate chichiko chiviber chokoroseria ebirugo na boigo chips chikoros chipillowcase echo ogorarira.
Gagi umwana yo boy tikanda ngo ichibesa ntabwate muko lakini naikire taracha seito nanyorere mwa boy chiwakali hai bone chibesa kwenda mpulingi go pulingi emeito ya bana bakuchere sukuru emeito yo konyora bana chisare kwara zangu ra duniani kaki horoje paka nabwate paka ebintombire bakoro kwa chiferi vete chikorozi ebirogo biechikali hai kaki apa kusiba sipinga imore kaki imore hai inchu kaki mwenzi tabatari ninchu gocha moye binto koruga mwapo ichi wakali hili omuganga James Onkoroko kaki
mbabwate chitandarua chokorosia ebirugo biechikali na boigo ebirugo bya leather gusechi sofa set cha leather gwetania abo nigo kubanyora babwate chi velvet echo oranyare koroseria ebirugo byao gusekende gyonsi origeti korosia nebintu nebyo mbabwate cha ase ebirengo ao manyiga nonyane chitandarua chokorosia chihema mbabwate kaiba gutuka nigo bagutuka ange ne hotel ya Kisii Hotel katikati yo musikiti odaraja mbili na Oru Superstores barabari na Kisii Hotel gutaka kumanya bange na kugura kende gyonsi bakire ase enamba 0720688220 OBAIGWA Kali Center inkyukanyete utaragura ebintu bya okuruoro
njempo ichwa karisto na bariga ni mwesto kole biashara sobwamo ingotoka opposite Kisii Hotel na bariga ni mwesto
gagi genda mwapoi gagi nyasaye baba boli chwakali gagi egotoka alinza alitara chambiri gagi ligere libudango kuanete omusio mubihili gagi nariri goli kwa sarense ebinto nago lire gagi OBAIGWA Kali hili gagi hili ngokongonya musio mubihili polite bintu munimamba
nigo bakwigura amatukonsi kuri nderi tukuri sabato tibari kwigura
ekariye kiri eikendi ikendi agotekwa buna chi kendi chinde uboita bogo tigire radio nubwansu bukoigwa iwe buna naure Yumba na mashabik numurubiryo okoretwa semule nere Polycarp ukara uchakira chinsa isaro nibire chamubaso wika chinsa ikomigoro kila lituko liye sabato ime ya 102.7 Getembe FM ekeneke onka kiama mugusie ne noganye gukorerwa live streaming ase chipejo cha social media cha Getembe nubate imishangirikano ya gisiasha amatanga chinyangi chibirthday misangirikano y'ichikanisa baby shower anniversaries gose ekinyoro kinyomo inyangi gusuko kwa kuyomino imijega ao bunabono housewarming parties engagement parties egatie vinde vige bono Getembe Television Network nero ego kwayega asirigo lidio gotukutera ninchwe omurikirwe ye masege munaba manyibaita bobale no bamanyibigoro igeti byetibwate signal ere enkongo iyigwikira abantu bange asubunge asamange onye kuganiti omurikirwe nabukulika jumbenge wego gwitira semeria WhatsApp gosiku ya Kisii gwitira namba 0741499726
Yo bomboli umwanone kiririgane
Asegeka k'emyaka 49 ebenki ya Wakenya pamoja sako yabere n'omugusi negukinya omugusi ase eningo yae yabere gekurwa obukorere ase chinse mu buno savings loans obosemye bugutumika chibesam na diaspora savings ase bali chinse chimaiko ase Wakenya pamoja sako yabere ogusira okonene ase abalemi ebyumbe chiskuru chikampani ao abarikire abaritayire basibali ensemo ya pension boyko abonchereria ibotani na Wakenya pamoja sako iyonyore obukureri ubuya ase chinse muna obosemigoro y'ubutumiki bw'ikibesa chilon muna development loans school fees loans emergency loans ebyumbe business loans salaried loans na boygochi advance loans boygon korantura muri kibesa ase uri kuse mobile payments kabe oyomo Wakenya pamoja sako iliyobwego kerie ayo onsi na yande amange amaya asamange batarechi abisichabo chire asumu chubusungu kahawa house raja moja asipara ya Kisii sotik siba kiresi miasi namba 0746-668-190 kuse ototare website yetu www.kenyapamojasako.com
Njama lieta ngoro kwa Isako Mwenga omosio wa Kenya Pamoja Sako. Sako ya Wakenya Pamoja ni sake kushughulikira members baye na chigurupu chiria chigokora savings wonko bakira bia isoko chora Wakenya Pamoja Sako kune financial institution yao tobwate chibranchi chito ikome na inya chire within Gusii wanaintu torono konyo mugusi soko gendereria ese ebiasara byabo ase sako na gosegwa ase sake ese wali batara join please njubwango mo join tukini esako yeito na Gusii yeito esa magendo Wakenya Pamoja you our concern.
ETWANI yabugire ayo mworo karugetanda ETWANI yabugire ayo mworo karugetanda bana mbale njara ayo mworo karugetanda bana mbale njara uzito somya bamura baje kuya mandege uzito somya bamura baje kuya mandege
chamurigere asense mo eche gazeti chinga ki cha opono mambe kirano chinga ya chabu tokire titakangi komiga igoro yensa ayemo ekiro turacho sanga nere ereka buga na boigo mienda samu asense mo eyiga karibu sana tosange asinjira iri eyobwamo kilimo akire
bakire bya sana
ando chinga rero njira mubegete kora iskali mbe omborore kugusa
Yeah,
miti ose kugusa bado ose ubuki ose kende sete
mbura kanyora yarachiranga matukabere iga lakini igoro yatwete sana including paka butuko noenda ero isa kurigerire weather by the way igero bokendu igo meaning that nabo kanyoranga nande nabera turero
Muga
morning actually mwana ngende tutusko kana so go tsanya yansire kunyirira ndimezo ngo sirera sa ngende rego
ikonyirira
yes konyirira ne yigoro tukendo moro hano buye bole mbuli bube mono so muntu kunyitsa yamabe
karibu sana ndinde tunyare ugusanga ana timenti yekero mogotegera gusekero mokoligereria embe gendete kugusa ase mitando amangana siasa amangana ibintu bigenderete essence ya Kenya metose ana nero reko wakie buna bono chinga kichabo no mambi
politically maybe a conversation here on united opposition Serit Kolie Goro at least we saw one presidential candidate interview Kaiga which is good. Then yesterday at the same time tuwa at bunge actually ya nataka bagwetia omuswada ulia mokobeta chiko and which campaign chiaga na ya narocha wa munyoro se rigiji orenga chisemo cha asa matangaye kama kawaida no gotera kwa go seporasi ya wanta go narare since ya Kenya kwa umuraibi seno ale was in Spain narocha ga kumbra na waraibande gonge se politically and bona gatembere cha siasa nchigenda tokonya kulimukira igoro kwa sababu kuna matuka kunya gusuka etogenda ko bangi no bochori wa 2027 yes
ekero fuma direct comments kutayenge ewaziri interior one day you know that everything some court officials they have turned out to be activists. It's interesting how some court rulings are being made and some orders are being issued to state agencies, which state agencies are supposed to work in cooperation with a country, Kenya. See, yesterday I saw an order being issued by the High Court Judge, Justice Judge Mwita, ordering the DCI produced a suspect in the court, not even a suspect, but a missing person in the court. I wish all that orders could be happening to all Kenyans equally.
Yes.
Because the Watalanta from Chingachiabu, but now come on court we issue orders in Montegetale to court now cigar. Just a little discussing some people are now misusing power cigar. Like Okonyoraban to civilian, wetane no monto gichugun chene chego pick for more. Then they accuse the police now. I don't know what will happen to the missing person, Drangu Kinyagia.
Yes.
The IT expert and the blogger. I don't know what will happen. I saw Tokanga. So it's a presidency. I set in Kenya one day, but the missing as we're not saying it's a presidency to come in one day. That's never Congo, sir. Internet body and go pick my one. Then the following morning we came as I back with I want to kill you or say go me so there's go damn somewhere. The premier went the policy now. Now went to take care of someone to it. But still go bring over Sagari for the through investigations. It's now almost a week. They're saying 13 days.
Yes.
And then the Sagari they could have trusted this person a year. I then have was and what. But one day look up in the morning on your damn somewhere. Then the soul will be something kire Kita kekwa discussed even with the stakeholders in kike montasiri. How many days do you take? On the krango montoyo, on target kutoka. Because there are so many people in this country, but such orders got we need that person in the code, nothing else. But don't you know issue?
Mehamona sana. Na gazeti ya The Standard iri tukoria rero egotewa blood money inero ingana ere enene ekiregotewa hash it has become a routine, almost a ritual. The state pulls the trigger, then shows up with flowers and a fat check. No justice, no accountability, just blood on the pavement and a press release to clean it up. You are being gunned down in broad daylight. The government's response, whatever, waived hospital bills, token donations, revealing a lack of respect for human life. Ekwanira roboti rwaye ntubate Boniface Mwangi oyo bono ndochinga ebil ya nyagitari serikali nigo yanyarite kubika waiver wizariri yobochonunga ebil rikonyekire wetane konyachira over 800,000 nigo bono serikali yatebetenga echo family ga techi wakana na ase case ke Albert Ojwang nigo ndoche serikali nigo nga the government delivered a 3 million Kenyan shillings condolence package, built his parents a house and promised his widow a job. Negati yebinto birigo sebitambukero bire serikali ya biri koimuke ase bali baitirwe anamono ase ekero kwarorenga mani ngabaitekire asinjira ere esekere serikali bwatiraniri emienda blood money chimesacha.
You see, Matilda, actually, iko ba ko reflect case kia Albert Ojwang, whereby Moraibe donated 2 million. Abo iko Moraibe kia magia ODM Raila Odinga, aga donate 1 million. And then when you look at the blood money, you are nero a headline here gazette ya The Standard.
Yes.
It means yani anytime maybe we have again to get the correct kibuga tuputu tukana kuna bono makweri Albert Ojwang na lia bantu bagocha serikali yeswana ni yaro kana kore kobange ne family wetra as a donation and maybe the flowers what every na raga when we had the demonstration the other time the day before na renga very active sana mtandao ikara abana bange guseke waliya genzi bakwa there's this mortician very famous I think ni Mwangangi someone ane abantu abangeli tukelio bakamutomera besa sana bakumatabianga itutaite ku book your services kwa sababu andake nabera nyarikanenga at the end of the tunnel nabera nyarikane tukorera gabuli tukoriankyo. I even saw people, I went as far as kogenda mpaka se the casket chikoni kwa se chisanduki chiri choko beko muntu siri bugumagwaye abandi bagwakana abandi bagatabye serikali ngabono 2 million chiane make sure to isakwata to minto because garanywera maruchonsi kama moment nera at least you are ready kutumeka. What does that tell you? What is the message being sent? Serikali atware bichembe whereby kero abantu bakogenda kere a certain group bakogenda samandamano iko ba expected ngandake oyo moito na barakoreki na barasiri obugima ebintu bine bingai where are we heading to? That's why karoko rumors ayo sibo kuren koro imota banga ongere mamu mintu 2 million kwa sababu wako muzenko nywerale. What does that tell you? Yamanya kanirenga bono anytime umuntu agusiri obugima bwae the hospital bill is waived.
Lakini tari usiri bugima bwa sinjo sa mtotebe God forbid umuntu usiri buna boniga asumu basokano serikali te wakana kendiga
serikali te wakana but when we come to extrajudicial go seven to biko korekana
kubatera ni serikali
bono
yareta attention ya Kenya
bono for go serikali korekananga they are also mourning with the family iko bakuru donation yabo of which is not bad mate na gotabiri dirinde to kwa na mangana 2 million. It depends on how you thought about the money. There are some people who thought about maybe it is to sabotage the investigation chigendrete na haro buna injorengeretinga. No, it's a form of also paying bills kwa sababu at the end of the day tatu mwabal batata kwa ende dukate banga ki njenta to mwawal but ngechumbi ibos uhikakane. So it all depends ngakikwalengerati. But again, Matilda, we could be happy torrenga these things, especially amangana extrajudicial killings. Airire, esengenjo we are all entitled kuba Kenyans. Kero mo Kenya na bwate right yo komenya. Lero igatoko genda iska obona no muntu ngaki nganga opinion yawe igoro ya borai. Muntu ga bwata ko tabanga ngoje na bonda je no Subaru go sitting kamwane. So we don't want to live in a country that tobwate obwoba igoro ya mangana kubwata kana mangana ya serikali. Ntutake tutomanya sense imagine vijana biko tabanga 2 million yongerta ma momento just in case na kule. And the same leaders umanya ko tena ko tabanga make sure you say goodbye to your parents kwa sababu nabota koreki nabota irani.
Abuga. Yes. Asinsemo ya blood money. Endoche serikali nige kwa na mauga na ichibesa bwango ujase chinka oboene botaratoka.
Okay, the headline is good, but one of our first on one issue, extrajudicial killings, and Chicago focus more. No killings are happening across the country. Not that the Albert Ojwang case was the first one. I'm telling you, in the country, and so you're having people being killed on family at the family level. I don't know if you still call it blood money, but you know coin. But with the issue, but Ojwang is a public issue. As that situation, and it's involved partly. It involved the issue, the second command as the police force. So it attracted everything was going to happen. So you know that the government doesn't know how Ojwang was killed. The fact that was going court, not even the government now is out of investigations. Are called. IPOS come in, but they bring the 2 officers plus the 3 other guys went in for murder prosecution. Now that tells you the government has a report. Including the president, have a report again, right? What you are seeing in the public is could be a piece of the information in court documents. But you see now, the question is, at what point does the government stop Konya wataka ida Konya? Albert Ojwang, 2 million ya chiange. Kenyans came, they are saying up to 10 million. Is it blood money? Or if the support comes from Momo Kenya, it's green money. But it comes from the government, it's dirty money. That's the question. I saw something happening here yesterday. I went to cover I was and then I got the story of now, the leadership from Kisii is saying, but within hours, they came to support the families who were affected. Now, if you knew, so that I could find on the back on that you have come in to give government money, still calling. Is it still blood money? Or say, it cannot be blood money. That's the question you need to ask ourselves, like, where does the government, what is the remit of the government? Because we know what happened with Songo when he was the governor in Nairobi. About them asked you mashinani. Was it because of blood money? We start this idea of blood money, then they will come to a time genuine. So you have seen what has happened. Necessary commander Sangret, which the family Albert Ojwang. Nobody knows where the money is. Now, if it was blood money from the president, could it also be a blood house from the government here? Why do we stop that debate that
but Eric, what if Chipes Ekironye Serikali Korevinteviga Viagenda behind off social media?
I don't remember anywhere. The president said that to me what he has a family Albert Ojwang. I don't know even how the report came out. Actually, the father to Albert Ojwang came out and said, president, there's no single government official confirm it. And the father himself did not say, even though the mom did not say about the issue. The president, the former president of him, actually, I'm sure the former president gave out money to the family. But who confirmed the 2 million in the family?
Na go echa almost kerelo denga wote ngane million arenge.
But who confirmed the money? Is there a speech anyway?
Family.
Families they said, none of they call.
Igobone shida na ndira sekero kenda abantu bago konyo.
Of course.
Koyebeka public because mienda I think nkwaro chitoko chana na igoro ingane. What if serikali ntoko kana abantu gosiro koirwe ngora gose serikali ya Chireme kugosira tebegeti public totebengane notice yabo to statement koro kinga buna bone iga ya omorobirega buko wevo chibesa chonsi ebile ya Nyagitari.
So
lakini wakonyiru aye omonye nando monye tena ki apa Kenya bonige bare angry inkiyogoche.
Because before someone responded, something happened yesterday about the suspect. We are to research the streets in Nairobi during the protest and KNH. The family and the patient leaders yesterday camped at KNH morgue until the money was cleared by the government. Was the blood money? Why did they wait for the government to clear this money? But invite the family and everywhere. But for theirs, they camped there the whole day. So they cleared just 800,000 plus the extra charges they cleared. They not moving an inch. They had copies really regard but the bill in Nyagitari not 800,000 2 million. The government had to clear the 2 million kwanza. But that's the challenge is that do you have the half Kenyans? It's painful. It's their right.
So adding what Erica said, actually this is the last time nago tebetia and confirming it depends on your Are you aware that sometimes Kenyans can force you to do something? What if the government didn't come up and give that 2 million? Still we could ask what is the position of the government? Maybe the family of Albert Ojwang. Another thing. 2 million is chiachire or tabire umugako manyano tabringa nanyo this call and this it depends on how Kenyans took the message. Bakaranga maybe no compromise the investigations. But again, Matilda, the case of Albert Ojwang ilikuwa something of interest of the public. So that is why even the position of the president in public because at the end of the after Albert Ojwang has died, time before maybe a Tararwe message here, and Kenyans were like, Omontoyo, maybe Andake comes from your place. What is your position on this? Sometimes, so Kenyans, still you will do something, you will give out money, there are those who will criticize, you won't give out money, and then they will still saying, maybe the family. The same thing that happened to Boniface Wech Mask. At the end of the day, if the bill was waived by the government, still Kenyans could ask, as a family. So it all depends on how do you look for this money. And Eric has just said clearly, maybe when Kenyans came and said, but something, was it blood money? So are we going now to abandon the family and say, talk about Konya, maybe talk about maybe it's blood money or the blood house? I think social media. Yes. I think which politician can even open na Rogerindo Moraibu secretary kindikyo kwenda kolonje transformer moraiki politician ki era akoregento silently. We all know the politics of a country. Yani korakanangango korole, you have to announce. You know politics and the Bible, it is contrary the opposite. For politicians to know nacha ngira na enda aga chano ene kebarakia asigete kyomonto, he has to come and launch. Because nalia bandu atanga ya mondongo korale. Let me ask you, Matilda. There are some people, even from Kisii land here, who feel that, let me use an example of the Homa Bay County Governor, Gladys Wanga, is doing work. From where? It is from social media. They feel from social media, whatever they are seeing, they don't want to get into a meeting, they don't want to launch a market, from the social media. And the social media is something of the day.
I go deal na humanity. I go kunera magima ya bantu no karanga social media go chialeta bantu nsasa.
Omonto karetrukana. Ngakia argo chakumanyanga the president also be living with the family of Albert Ojwang, if not social media.
Ono na nengia na
So
nere wateo.
it's so difficult for Umoraiwense who conduct the business of the day, including donating some money to people who are victims, minus being announced that he does that for Kenyans to sing an air, not a part of the team that is bereaving with the family. Yes.
Na page ya gatano whatever judge summons of missing blogger ndobate umwana blogger oyo omo ogenderete ndiangui oyo taramanyikana sare boniga ekirondo che oyore omonene DCI Mohamed Amin abonete koro kana ndiri tukuri ankyo erebwe kabene anyare koiraneria ase ekigambiro na ase page ya gatano na kabere nerondo chengo kwanerere na bakenya kirobe bangete gocha gocengera asaba timiji chole chigachi gochi chaba ana matukaye abakenya bako inyore ebintu ebinge aguchi abamange ekirotana Kenyans want the president to fire Murkomen police bosses over killings and abductions abuga mangana yayo abakenya bwebekera tutete gocengera saba eyo tari ase katiba na buna June 25th nkwaro chayo akorekanire bono ndocengana ndaba Kenya mpaka neti serikali enyare umuraiwense anyare gutuguterare bari abateneri babanyanyimbo nabo igo omwaziri buburendi boyime.
My worry is that change Murkomen as the Interior Cabinet Secretary.
Mukubeka.
Would stop the killings, situational killings, like individual police officers responsible for the killings. With the change Jibroga Kurama. It's a question of individual responsibility, like kwa responsibility you home Kenya. Or the constitution. You know what you're reading in social media could be not true. That almost gonna bunduki, either use it properly, so you to me what. What change in the cabinet secretary will not mean that protest is required. To not change the unemployment levels in this country. They not change the corruption levels in this country. Kremondo, I've got a way of believing what the government does and not believing what the government does. For me, it's a question of when are we going to get a better leadership in this country? Korosie bande munda ya masi bando chinda. That's the meaning of bando senchi salike senchi agunda. So Kremondo, I believe in what it says. To 2027, sorobura yubunga osobura yubuna and still. But then as we move forward, ntakere montesa kala stable ringa ki keringo kora moyo onde neki yako sineke bekere. We have seen what the police are doing. But once what mechi bunduk chabo babwati. But you still believe again, come next week or the next month nande bakara mandamana and send musgayo wa maso na ndaite mo Kenya. Same Kenyans will still come to the streets. So it's a question of who's taking the responsibility. The North Aya, Kenya or Kenya.
So when I think about Kerona Nchenkurwa comment kidogo say the issue of Murkomen, I think Matilda, it doesn't matter who is in that docket. The main problem you're having as Kenyans, number one, to say drawing board. Kenya by on the streets. Perhaps that is the main thing Kibwenete addressed before we look at who is in that docket of Ministry of Interior. Kwa sababu, the street if today we are saying a certain group, maybe the Gen Z, they have gone to Asiji Street, watabanga iko tuteke tobo ene bwa Albert Ojwang blogger Albert Ojwang. Toko gendo omontore koni maskio siyo mabwa. Ntochi tutebanga ki bono let us go under honor Boniface Kariuki. Toko ru abu na ande ntochi tonyora another set of people. Look, we had the 25th Amandamana 25th. In the honor of the 60 plus people Akwete during the Gen Z demonstration last year.
Yes.
How many people did we get new? We got around Bakaika 11, at some point in Bagete 15. When are we going to honor the 15?
Over 20.
Over 20, be it. When are we going to honor them? And when we are honoring them, mbarenga gusana ande turabeke ina set atubante ko kubahona
lakini nchina kuboriri naki ngwikalirire abantu barabe n'abakenya ritukeriga abakenya gete bagasiria magemabo bakorobekana omwakonde mukore anniversary mugocho kore anniversary y'abantu ba 2024 nabo igaba 2025 gose abaigana ndike ko mwakonde mochake first monyora na bali bande second anniversary
ngwikaliriri turabe tokoteba okay look at the issue of the bloggers mbarenga basire tigana mangana Albert Ojwang. How many have died? There was one in Meru. So the bottom line is, we are where we are. It's not about the position who is there. Kerotu solve these issues, and then now we can now think about the person who is there. Maybe now any policy that so, and Abuga said here, the same thing I always say: security starts with you. Something on social media. Do you think this thing is good? I don't say sorry. Is good constitutional. But whatever you are doing, what are you doing? So for me, I feel like firing Murkomen, bringing any other person is not the solution. No, you watch. Again, Chakokora is still handling the criticism from Kenyans about the extrajudicial killings. To me, lead to this. Perhaps that is the most important thing. Then, if there is change to be done, somebody who now brings the policy, you can make sure the problems that that push us to organize a protest,
protest.
The danger with this country is that we handle the end results a crime.
Very true.
I want to imagine that you are the one in court yesterday. Maybe your kin or your friend are missing. Then you go to the Kisii local court, you stand up and shout. Maybe activists and shout in the court.
Yes.
You know what will happen? Just less than a meter away from where you are standing is a police officer in uniform. And then the counsel for the state is just watching you. And the judge is there telling you and not want to entertain your stories. Just get the suspect in court or the victim in court or summon the DCI in court. But my question is, if the courts are handling these cases this way, how many people are missing from this country? Actually, if you come to Kisii, the number of murder cases we get in a month in Kisii, they are close to 50. And those things in. But there are still people missing from the communities. I've not had courts across the country DCI has to appear in court. No, DCI is an office. There are several people who are involved in this process. I don't know what will happen. You see now, like the issue here, Albert Ojwang. We are told it's the DCI officers who are going to take when they arrest Ojwang from his home in Omambi. But you know, Kenyans know the officers were named in that risk. And now many are attached to the DCI. It's a question. Yes, you are saying it's DCI. The question is like, is it a must for a police officer in civilian to be a DCI? You have seen a situation where police, even Kisii Center, there's one officer in uniform, the rest are in civilian. Do you say because they're in civilian, they're DCI officers? Could be burdening the DCI in the real sense? Yes, now about investigations. But the case has to follow a procedure. I assume there is a police station. Did they report that police station before they arrested Ojwang? The same, this expert. The same way the guys who traveled from Nairobi in a government vehicle back Mawe police station reporting why does the judge assume all those reports? That now is someone in DCI as a gentleman. Yes, why can't we be told first if something was reported? The DCI said that this guy was a person of their interest. But do you think they could be keeping safe for 13 days?
Na DCI roche nebegi kugamba evina via murder stories babe bakogenda courts ekra of late yarorekana una DCI boss ekra ni bakonya kurangira boy como inspector general goikalirije
is their responsibility to investigate.
Yes.
No, they answer because they are the bosses. Like in an institution, the boss answers them because now when I staff inside it will be chaotic. But now the DCI gets reports from his junior officers or statement. But you see, now in such a system where now Kenyans might be debating the police force, they are very they are very rock. We're even tending the image the ones respected in this team to a point that now you could not have trust Ojiko or Saro Montase as a Basigari. You know, the reason why we had the Sungu in Kisii initially in Yaka from 2007 up to around 2010 is that the community get to a point that they would trust the system of police. Sungu turn out to go managed by the killings to a point now that you could trust compared to the Kenya police. And that's now what you are entrenching now in the Kenyan system, that you do not trust the police. What you feel like we shall go. I don't know when it comes to a point that I was about the suspect. I'm moving to custody. You still demand a very reason. Because a crime is a crime.
Yes.
Yeah, I think egati ya litobwata iga buna bone kiombe kia ba rokia kiombe kia ba mukiana egote banga nat issues TSC strike a threat over delayed pay talks chinkona choko kia buna ankocha bare kurigire liwe mishara yabo bali nse kiombe kia nat mancho murigire nigondo chenande babo gosereire buna ambachi kora omogiro simbachi utwara omogiro face a reprieve as 650,000 shan universities and colleges ndoche nigo yanyare korora kana buna nigo abarukiwa abande abange banyarte gwetanga gose gwetigia gose koso ase chi university agoyo kubatakana no roboti roboto betugoro oroturache kurigereria ase kirabosio na sense moendo ndoche family ya koinange ne bonete koirane rigwa achibesa kora saving emo 284 million na aiga ngukwanerere ikigancha kia NGCDF ekero bono yarorekana na egotebanga fate of NGCDF billions in hands of a Senate after MPs approve bill niko eukwanare kiganche kyo kia NGCDF kirikia apo no abaseneta bachikoba bagutwara kiganche kyabo na bogo ekia abawakilishi babasubati koro ase chikaunti ayo negati are amanene aiga kirondo chenonye umwakilishi babasubati koro county ya Nairobi agotabana MPs split over Esther Passaris a new push to redefine protest zones in cities ekero erokobole kwa kore buna ekero abakenya bakorobekana batware asayamo bakoba bakorera okorobekana oku gashagwa Diaz Ruto egoteba arrest me I'll still lead Mount Kenya from jail ayo nigati yali ale ase gazeti ya The Standard sinjo eviro mienda ekero kurigereria ase gazeti bune ya Taifa Leo narali ale ama ale tofauti kiagera ngora bono nigo chipote mangana mwabo kene
ndochega iga yakinda tabekere tofauti ya kidogo ndochinga Uhuru ndiye bosi halali Jubilee inyoranga bono umuraibe gose political yote neta mangana ebiama gose director of political parties actually na nyatkobaga kurugo chika gazeti notisinga umuraiwe chama ya Jubilee no moske Uhuru Kenyatta nabo gontwaro ocheri tukore go actually abantu bose abantu oboncheri bakorwa se chama yu asense meriyo borai igo na rondo chari tofauti ya na ndoche ayande nalia akawaida mauaji yalivyosukuma raia kufia ndimi zao na yo mangana yoko kora okorobekana and also kwa mangana Passaris navigate gose motion yoko gose bill egochanga this protected place this restricted places una parliament na boigo asense Maria State House maybe etwaroborendi obokon kabisa obotingu kabisa kero maybe abantu bakora nonyino korobekana ase ense ya Kenya. Vijana wanahoja muhimu ndani ya maandamano yao. Actually kero kurigereria somebody kero kurigereria kara abantu bakwenda sokorobekana bari kwenda aimlessly maybe anda kamba bwate sababu baguchero lakini rende it turns out that bono kero some things chachire guns and everything bari bagocha nia ya bembe yagera mana banaywe maybe a lose egento tokorokana a meaning yae naro ndoche are tofauti ase gazeti ya the Taifa Leo asenseme yue na kilichotumika kumvumisha Raila ni siri ngirango muraiwe kiama gya ODM na cheta sobochorwa AU ngabono ebe siri yatumikete gali ere siri ye serikali kolengana na abali kiama ngana na boigo na bari babwata maswali igoro yo mu igosegoro yabesa yatumikete asobochori bwe AU kero moskera ila ko bori chikura. I think narara manena gazeti ya Taifa Leo.
Eric.
I think the gazeti ya leo kwa ngati magana onse ya weekend na breaking news but then the nation talking about the bill ya protest yes sponsored na the women of Nairobi Star Pasaris go to the market rather than special zones, so Tanya go demonstrate, so go picket as mostly 100 meters away. A fine which work on 100,000, also serve 3 months in jail. You go to pinga a bill you to kaya eti kunyali weti. What the story here mumbo to discuss the ethics party what part of what the court is saying to cover reason or say this I mean be in court. The story ne what discuss ya barim ya teachers union na TS ko issue ya matam ya ye protest ya mugomo wakatebanga the bargaining agreement ba agreed ya 209 TSC ya fail kuona the same what the story ya medical interns as a page ya sit I think wakatebanga the medical interns I want one to a maximum of 206,000 kilometer but the best salary ya 46,000 so the top up ya allowances which could depending on the location you want to go to your colleagues the conditions under which you are going to work. What the issue ya kusips ya yesterday wanafunzi yange meronge vele mba apply to kwenda universities panyaba annual take radio kwenda university lakini mbacheti
20,000
42,000 meronge ne 42,000 budget ko Swachi University akaenda maybe to college now including KMTC ono mwaziri akatabanga yitari mechando men but because wanafunzi abange ba treat TVET last year watu wanafunzi yange I think 965,000 ba college KCSE wanafunzi 706,000 ba treat TVET net college ne chingao omo president of Kenya Noare was in Spain. He has met, now he's in UK. He has met the UK Prime Minister. They have agreed on so many issues, including innovation and science and technology. It's almost 17 billion. About the climate change, the green energy, almost 35 billion. From the UK government to Kenya. Because about the story and bill of CDF, National Senate Oversight Fund, and GAF. Bill ya etre, bon the Senate. It was voted for in the Parliament.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Almost 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It was 298 Banga from hospital.
Yeah. Actually, they were virtually. They voted virtually.
But the story got developed in the next few days. The story IBC. The officials have now got into office. Now beyond their heading towards the election in this country, changing the sanitary.
Yes.
The Nolby governor, Sakaja, was trying to gag the Nation Media Group from report story chair. I think the court stopped him, so the Nation can still continue collect story HTI in Chile. Then those are the stories Chile and Rete.
Yes.
From the Nation, but there's another case in court. Can go seek the removal of Kika Kimani from being the governor of Nakuru. I think it was sponsored by LSK. On a petition in Wanjeru at Tegaralu in court.
LSK
LSK, yeah. It is a petition we get in court. Asenya Gitari and Nakuru, the Memorial Spread and Nakuru. Kika, the county government had ordered the eviction of the owners by Nyagitari. So, the county government can move in, it can seize the property. LSK can move to court with a petition. I will seek removal of the governor over what we call the abuse of office. So the case will continue.
So again, is about the CDF OBAIGWA. Actually, when politicians, I mean MPs, a bill, they will support their agendas, you will see they will vote even wherever. They will deal from wherever. Naro Charia, abantu bako vote virtually by the abantu they were live on nini on mtandao but all in all na berego ngendo nata itiko kwa as part of the CDF and the Senate Oversight Fund and the Gulf. So you see many times tuare supremacy between the Senate and the National Assembly atanga nereria nene nereria bwate chinguru. When I'm seeing the Senate Oversight Fund, then now maybe andake ndocho torore aba na siasa bange bono bako gandase over Senate. You see the Senate, when people talk about the Senate, especially from the National Assembly, when you want to karota gete retire, go to the Senate. Kwa sababu gali bako nyerokanga a house of retirees. Esengi njo mama etenga alikero gwachiri tebwati any fund, tebwati any kiti yego support ya magendra. Ayemeremo yao no oversight the county assemblies, yes. I mean the county governments. And again I also saw the arguments after all, what are they doing? No energy bako summon the CSS, they shouldn't go there. The origin of the budget comes from the National Assembly. The CSS should be the one answerable to the National Assembly, not even the Senate. Lakini, let us now see, I know even the senators, now that we have the Senate Oversight Fund, it will be voted overwhelmingly. Now, the issue of supremacy, will it have a meaning? Just look at Kerotoko and Obochori. You'll find out that every rogobi kwa meaning mono, no boraibense, obo governor, no bo MP maybe. Lakini there are some seats, the Senate come the last. Actually, saying in Jonga, maybe the word any kit to support the oversight yomo Senate. Like now that we have the Senate Oversight Fund, I don't want to see Koera etena in place 2027. Will people still go for the Senate seat?
Na ase gazeti ya People Daily omwancho murigiria alingana ali nene watavanga inside bitter wars tearing Raila party ekiombe ekiama kia ODM page ya kanese gazeti ya People Daily niko egenderete koro kia buna esegi entindi usokonsana ngo genderete ime yoburai usoputenene wiki amekyo kia ODM na ase gazeti yo page ya gatano na gatatu ngotebere na over 40,000 students failed to apply to join public universities aborokiwa wetania kusabarokiwa bakolete ase kirasi 12 mwaka weta bono wetania chirivo 40 ayo naringe ase gazeti ya Daily Nation bono tiba apply tiko chikoswa ACH University cha serikali nganonya banyorite grade gyo kubaira ACH University na boigo ngotebere buna why opposition alliance want Murkomen and company sacked as page ya gatano ona kavere egazeti yo ya People Daily omoncho murigiria abo no turakorre nsemo ye gazeti korene inkagirite nga ekiroto kuria buna aba comment section I think kubatakana na hali twabere tukorigereria ndoche oyo igagoteba mumanye na ziporo ye OBAIGWA na sab ndoche nyakarore ilietaria Eric kareria mo borakego gotebanga gaki serikali ya bono nigo yeiranirio mu Kenya asu mwaka 1956 gocha 1960 emechando eri yarenge ngaki yo gaki tiga serikali ne bunge erorere aba Kenya amavera ng'emechando yarenge 1956 260 iwe ndio ndete yonga kichikonyo ivoiro lakini as a history timeti nkerengere ki murato arabo na aiga Facebook ndoche Brian Nyachae watabasamu omenel timeti gankai Brian Nyachae anyara go difa na Eric point keyega awotebana ase Eric nganaga netie verification timeti osemu kumra na magiga attend awoteba na
azagole cha tuga
Brian Nyachae no gotebana Eric awoteba timeti point keyega yatokana kirokende tochieti koyenyora buna Eric anyebeka lakini mbuya nigawotebana extrajudicial killings must end with this with this regime, if only we take it at a personal interest. For us, the generation to vote important leaders and do away with a politician whom we vote for in this government. Awatapanga salimia producer wako, timitia producer yo kirakende oyo beteleteliga kusanero raiga lakini oyo abo barega iga timanyiti eleteli ndiyo ga iga seboniga na agoteba chinsemo akogwachikora chinsemo cha Nairobi. Roda Ruth akorwa Jeda agoteba good morning nigagendete kubwatia gwikasobo Masimba Bunyakoni. Samson Ongaga akorwa Kiango Bukione Riyabu agotebera mani pamoja. Linet Mukogo Chibobiero agoteba korwa Utawala Miango watching live. Alex Mauti na Eli Mwacha Olivia bakonyetwa aba nyorire ime yomurobereo timetina abuga kene nkere konye kwa bekire watigaire magega metinga Brian.
Brian is my good friend. He's in the media industry, I know.
Yes.
Netetanga ya colleagues, but he's in the media industry. But you see now, it has run to a point that all government state agencies
Yes.
They're responsible on what they do.
Yes.
That's one. Two, that we need to have a clear-cut courts, the judicial system. Like we need to have some judges in court stop behaving like the activists, or when they are actives in the streets. That once you have received a case in court, treat it as another case can to appear before you. There's nobody what the spirit and the other in terms of responsibility in this country. On that we have mandated the leadership of this country to that mandate to guide us. Telling them about the immunity about again, the leadership of this country and those who are in power, they should stop misusing the police. Actually, not even the police, the junior officers. Because when you can get people involved in all these conspiracies, the junior officers are involved. But I've seen one story which can reflect the image in this country. Like take one to expand more, to expose more, one of my friends here, not even really well, okay, a distant friend of mine, as a dad, who is around 55 years old. Now this dad has a side chick, was a girlfriend. Now they went to a photo shoot in a studio, they took photos. Now apparently the girlfriend has posted those photos with that gentleman. Now what has my friend done? Now that the daughter this there, the one thing she has done, that she has taken those photos, posted as a wall. So image and never solved at the family level, and can take it as the daughter coming to post those photos. As a wall, which calls the other young girl. Same thing happened in this country that a small thing when the like the issue Albert Ojwang would have been someone to whoever was complaining. By this something is happening, you are a young person, you are a civil servant, you could be doing this and this to enrich yourself. You can even use your social media space to enrich your earnings. So that's the country
take action.
Yes, but the main thing is criminal take responsibility. Those ones of us who are using the social media as youth, we need to be responsible. Then the government should come in, ethical misuse, all those ones who are in power, ethical misuse the junior police officers. The same way, the courts, the way they solve the cases, high profile, let them do the same thing with the junior cases. Be involved in this country.
Amienda. Ase si second.
Tiendo chega chinsa chito chere by the way. Ncheke ntonda atebe. When we are talking about CS Murkomen, kaliero chite maybe akora oversight bwa Albert Ojwang. It is the that conspiracy. I mean, koruga that chain, koruga gochia mpaka tonyora that person. So when you are on top of something, nayo monene, let us not have a tendency of misusing abantu, because at the end of the day, why people jump to the conclusion that let Murkomen go? It is because I saw someone yesterday being asked a question and he said, I'm not the one who did that. I think it's very true. And when you look at it, but because he's the head, he's the one who should now know what is happening with this or this things. So what I can say, I still insist. Kaba at the right place, at the right time, extrajudicial,
Biamona sana umoncho murigire twarengenere mienda asamu gotebona gotebana bwo ere ka abuga asebire biga nigotokugenda umutimu komoke korendene kironda chikoirana ningirane nabagene hero turigire asensemo yobo chenu.
Okay,
etwani yabugire ayo mworo karugetanda etwani yabugire ayo mworo karugetanda bana mbale njara ayo mworo karugetanda bana mbale njara uzito somya bamura baje kuya mandege uzito somya bamura baje kuya mandege